reading, where I'm going to be talking a little bit about how I came and started this novel after I finished reading a little bit of the chapter. I should have drank some water before I started. But thanks for being here on this live stream. If you're not watching it live, you're probably watching it after because this is a pop up live stream. This is a pop up live stream. I'm testing out this new feature, doing it straight from my phone, and then I'm just going to read. I'm going to turn the phone on the screen. If you're interested in being a live beta reader, this is what I call people who are helping me sculpt this novel, getting your ideas and your thoughts straight into the book, potentially, right? Then you can look in the link in the description and you can find livebetareaders.com. Go there, find more information. And then also more of my writing is going to be on my website. All right, let's get right to it. Put these glasses on. You know how we do. And there it is. Declassified by the United States Space Force Department of Otherworldly Affairs, USSF DOA, January 14th, 2030. The following files pertain to events in Okinawa, Japan, which occurred in 2026. Certain sections remain redacted or classified for national security and ongoing operations. This supersedes all previous, alternate versions unsanctioned by USSF DOA. Believability of contents therein should be heavily scrutinized. Read with cautioned care. They came at dawn, just before prime trading period. My debt relief plan and their chances of global nuclear exchange exploded simultaneously. No thanks to Koga. That's what happens when you use the wrong guy for the wrong job. Low tactical awareness. They have no idea when to back away and put you in similar predicament. 0439 is when the duty call came in. Sleep wasn't an issue because I was already up on the day's trades. Way up. However, even with AI assistance, the numbers were in decline. So that shrill light from the phone was a blessing. The dog for a cigarette funked cab ride to an undisclosed location to retrieve a hidden key under a white van's wheel well took 10 minutes longer than it should have. By the time I stood on the beach, the first blast of dawn had broken the water, bringing those ships battling waves nearer. Before going over the facts of the case again, I thought of everything I missed upon their successful incursion. Ultimate evil gripped ancient coral bricks of old Oki in apparition shadow. Soon simple pleasures of this former paradise would be gone. Probably no more goopy spicy good tofu on a wooden spoon, the glassy crunch of coral bones underfoot on scattered beaches, seaweed like so many shredded green plastic skins strewn along coarse sand, or hermit crabs lugging spiral shells under dejected pandanus trees bearing false fruits. All was in peril thanks to our late action. What would Raquel say? Would she be okay? That morning, as soon as I situated myself, I saw them, a fleet, sliding under a steel sky on a previously glass sea, boats of several sizes, willingly fortified, with instruments of war aimed at menacing angles, appearing like hardened urchins, ready to bleed any hapless intruder. Doherty Beach seemed to shake before rising to early orange illumination. What would it be like if the horizon came to life? I'd always wondered. Now loose imagination ceded to rigid reality. I raised the Steiners to eye level, magnification 3x at a shooter's stance. Clear as Keene Bay, following deep-sea fishing, they were there. Vessel in V'd formation mobilized, massive and formidable. Absolute maritime madness. Then the wind picked up, causing my shirt to flap with that rapid whip whip whirl. That was the sign a new era had begun. Are you seeing this? Koga. Affirmative. You didn't catch it. No hints or nothing. Koga. My mistake is yours. No kidding. There was no one on the beach so early, which was a good thing, though I was sure the bases were already entering a rare posture. Soon the I told you so's would come in clandestine form from government agencies or clad in patriotic chest beating from Red War Dog territory. They'd called it for years, and now here we were. So that's the first 500 words or so of the novel. Hope you enjoyed it. I started writing this novel because I used to live in Okinawa, Japan. I lived there for a little over 5 years, and I visit often. I've been there a lot. Really, really love the place. It's a very beautiful island. If you've never been, it is amazing there. I did a lot of traveling, not just around Okinawa, but around the surrounding islands around Okinawa. And so as I visited these places, I was like, man, it would be cool if there was a story that incorporated this small culture, but then put it on a big stage. And then also did it in a way that talks about a lot of modern and timely issues, namely AI. What, how do our relationships with ourselves and with each other change with these new synthetic interactions with these synthetic personalities? Also wanted to talk about military action because that's my background. I was in the U.S. Air Force for many years. And so this conflict between the U.S. and China, which is another very timely issue, what would that be like if there were something happening in Okinawa? Thought about that often. So now here's the book. Hope you enjoyed the beginning of this. This is just an experiment. I may do more of these depending on how this goes. But let me know what you thought of this in the comments, besides all my coughing and stuff. I should have drank more water before I started this damn thing. But that's the way it goes. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoy doing these. I love just getting into the story and bringing it out in fun ways. So if you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe to my channel too. I do a lot of other stuff. I have a podcast called The Digital Novelist. That's what I go by here on YouTube. If you want to hear more about that or check out more of my stuff, head to my website, keithhayton.net. And of course, you can also join as a beta reader. Thanks for joining or watching this live stream, because nobody's going to join because there's just a pop-up live stream. But I plan to do more in the future. So if you want to see more of it, let me know. See you next time.